Happy Saturday, the Paradigm Shift episode 43. Let's get bananas. We got a really impressive and exciting special guest today, Navy SEAL edition. I just got back from a 5 mile run in New York City. It's 10 degrees out. What an opportunity, right? To create a new point of reference for yourself going forward. But I can't feel my feet, so there's that. Jakey Bakey in the house, Rachy, Big Dave, I see you. I'm just a little concerned that you're going to show up a little too handsome and make me look bad, but it is what it is. So, you Sex Panther, let's get nuts, everybody. Let us know where you're calling in from on this beautiful Saturday. Paradigm Shift. You Sex Panther, how are you?
The Sex Panther. Whoa, I have not heard that in a couple
You
of weeks.
are a quantum quail.
Quantum Quail, Sex Panther, whatever you want to call me, but I am blessed. BLESSSD.
Can I just take a second and just acknowledge you? Besides the many thousands of reasons why I love you, one of the things that you do that's so impressive, Dave, is your consistent commitment to showing up every single day. Even the Paradigm Shift, it's episode 43. We did it on Christmas Eve. Whenever you take a vacation, I know you vacation every single day, you show up every single day, lead by example, and you are an inspiration. So thank you. I love you.
Yeah, I think consistency is my superpower, and very few people have the coherence in their life, not only to remember, which, give it its due. The thing that's hardest for me is to remember, I'm supposed to do this at this time or whatever and have the systems in place, but actually to do it. So when it's 10 degrees out, the guys who are implement coherence in their lives, they're the ones with the numb feet, but nobody feels better right now. Nobody feels better right now than Craig Siegel after he completed the run in what I call the empty mile, right? Not the extra mile, it's the empty mile, because when you were running on the streets of Manhattan, there was no one else out there running. See, that's not the extra mile, because there's plenty of people on the extra mile. You're on the empty mile, and I think the consistency and coherence in my life puts me in places where I'm all alone, and there's no competition in the empty mile. See, the extra mile, there's a lot of competition. That's where the best of the best hang out, in the extra mile. But if you get to the empty mile, there's no competition. And that's what people don't understand. And the only way to get to the empty mile is through coherence, remembering what to do and doing it every single day, consistently, persistently, in the pursuit of your own potential.
That's where I would drop the mic. We just started the conversation. I want to continue, but it's so true. But I do want to give a shout out to my ass Ukrainian girlfriend with me, freezing her toes off. But other than us, there's no one else out there. So everything that you just said, 100% agree. We got people get a former Navy SEAL. He's on fire. On Jason, but the Sparks in the house. I'm gonna go right in. Call me Big Dave.
Yeah, man. Just make sure your mic's good, because it's breaking up on my side. I don't know if that's true. Give us a thumbs up if that's just for me.
Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yeah, stay close.
I do hear a little bit of an echo.
All right, cool.
We'll make it work. So, Dave, real quickly, you start your tomorrow today. What's the method to the madness?
It's so funny because I do so many speeches and meetups, and the unwinding routine is asked about more than anything else right now. And so my tomorrow starts today, knowing that in order to elevate myself, to plateau and grow, instead of roll the boulder to the top of the hill, to have it roll down in the morning where most people start back over. Most people wake up more tired than when they went to bed. It doesn't make sense. Most people live their lives like tubes, food in, food out. If you want to live your life in a plateau and grow atmosphere, if you want to expand, accelerate at all times, you need to unwind, and your tomorrow needs to start today according to when you want to wake up and plateau the next day. So for me, my unwinding routine at 9 p.m. Pacific time, it puts me in a place of recovery so that my body, mind, and soul are recovered, but also positions me in a position of access. No interference between me and the all-knowing, all-powerful, and omniscient source that is coming through me and loves me more than my mom loves me. So for me, the unwinding routine is the key component to recovery and access, so that when I wake up at 4 a.m., I'm in a whole new level. I'm not at the bottom of the hill. I'm at a whole new level, and I use that as my baseline to the day so that I'm constantly expanding, growing. My learning zone is expanding, so my learning zone becomes the size of my comfort zone. What used to be my anxiety zone now becomes my learning zone, and I'm keeping pace with the universe, which is always expanding and growing, not a zero-sum game that when I take something away, that somebody else loses. No, I'm just value adding at all times. And the unwinding routine is the most critical component. Anybody wants to know more about this, because everyone's asking, please email me, david@dmeltzer.com. I will show you the unwinding routine, what temperature, what light, all those things. Please reach out.
What I love about you also is every single you do, every single live, every content, like Super Bowl. You're on fire this morning, while most of the world in the West Coast is probably still in bed, whatever the case may be. Although, with Jakey Bakey, is he in New York right now?
He's in New York till Wednesday.
What is he doing here?
I think he has lady friends.
Ooh. but David, so true. And just got the texting community at the bottom. Just another thing that you always do, David, is you play life like a game of chess. You have a strategy for your strategy. Like, you're always thinking 10 moves ahead, even by setting up your tomorrow today. So kudos to you. Absolutely love it. Give the audience something weird to chew on while I bring up guest Jason.
Yeah, hey, look, stop playing checkers. Play chess. Craig, who I'm blessed to mentor and work with, collaborate with, and coordinate with, he is learning the game of chess. And when I met him, he was playing checkers. And now he's one of the masterful chess players in the world, being able to see how the spheres of influence are relative to one another and how they aggregate, compound, and grow and expand with one another, help one another through this collaboration and coordination. And the aspect of playing chess in life makes it even more fun, which allows you to win, make more money. If you win and make more money, you're adding to the universe, which makes you capable of helping other people, which then just facilitates more fun. Remember, money doesn't buy happiness, but it allows you to shop. And if you shop for the right things, speaking of empty miles, look who's living in the empty mile right there. All of the great SEALs. Thank you for your service, brother, man. I'm so excited now. Go ahead, Craig.
Thank you for joining us, Jason. It's so good to see you and meet you, brother.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Good morning. How we doing today? Everybody's getting off the X early, which is awesome.
We're going to get nuts. And guys, for the audience that's not familiar, if you live in Iraq, Jason was a Navy SEAL. He's on fire. He's translated that to motivating billions. And he's just such a great guy that we connect here today. And we're gonna, ready for me?
Yeah, man. Craig,
He's
you are
choppy.
breaking up a little bit. You are choppy, brother. You are in military terms. We got you like 3x3. 5x5 is perfect. 1x1, we can't hear you. You're about a 3x3 right now.
I don't know why it's doing that. Is it any better right now?
Yeah, stay closer to the phone, bro.
Okay, understood. Okay. Jason, one of the things that you talk about that I think is so cool and it's so relatable to the audience and maybe something they need to hear today is focusing on relentless forward momentum. What exactly do you mean by that, brother?
So you know what? There are so many people, and we'll even take a step back. A lot of people that hear me or listen to me talk, a lot of the focus, if you don't know my story, it's a pretty interesting story. As a SEAL, I served 21 years. At one point in my career, I failed as a leader. And I tell you what, we are a community that does not tolerate failure well, especially in our leadership. And I almost got myself kicked out. And really, it was my fault. It was from ego. It was from arrogance, two things that I see a lot more in men than I see in women. But men, be careful. Ego and arrogance will kill you. It almost ended my career, but thankfully I had some leaders that believed in me. And in order to come back from that, it took 2 years to build back my credibility, build back the respect I needed to have to lead guys. It was about relentless forward momentum every day taking a step forward, despite the haters, despite the doubters. If you don't think I had fellow SEALs that hated and doubted me, you're full of shit. Lives were on the line. So I had to keep driving forward. I built myself back up, did this amazing deployment in 2007, very hard combat. We saw we took a lot of people to task, a lot of Al-Qaeda leaders, a lot of insurgents. And here I was back on track, getting ready to go to the next level SEAL team. And 1 week before going home, I got all shot up in a gunfight. I was hit 7 times between my body and body armor, including taking a round to the face. And once again, it started a whole new journey of leadership and relentless forward momentum. Every day was a challenge. Every day was 4 years and 40 surgeries to get put back together. And as I was going through this process, it made me realize that I had survived this enemy ambush. We have a term in the military called the X, and the X is the point of the attack. The X is the point of the incident. In life, everybody gets on the X. Dude, America and everybody has been on the X the last several years with COVID, with all the problems we're having. People get stuck on the X. This is where we feel sorry for ourselves. This is where we start to doubt ourselves. This is where we lay down and just don't want to drive forward. But the reality is you have to get off the X as quickly as possible. And I have developed everything in my life around these tools and to teach others. And it is all about the relentless forward momentum. Even if it's only a nanometer, that is forward progress. And that is how you get better in this life.
This is awesome, Dave. I see you grinning from ear to ear because I know he's also speaking to your soul. Am I right?
He absolutely is. And I think it's important to understand, as I always say, 2 types of people in the world, and we all experience this: ignorant humility and ignorant arrogance. And we have to come to a point in our lives that we realize we don't know what we don't know. And this momentum that Jason's talking about is so important. And the reason why is that there's 2 things that we, both Jason and I, had to do, because unlike Jason, my screw ups were not as serious, meaning they were economic in nature. Lives, there's no lives at risk in my leadership, but I screwed it all up. And there was 2 components that transitioned me from ignorant arrogance to ignorant humility. One, as Jason has displayed, is illumination, right? We have to illuminate and be accountable and examine what we did to attract what we did to our lives and learn the lessons from it. But there's a key component that I wanted to ask Jace about that changed my life, and it was forgiveness. You know, the hyper-competitive people in the world, the ones who consistently, persistently pursue their potential, and when we screw up, we think we need to ask other people for forgiveness, but the truth is, the harder part is to forgive ourselves because it eats at us at night and in the morning. What role has forgiveness played in your acceleration, growth, and enlightenment?
Great question.
Yeah, Dave, awesome, man. And, you know, the reality is you've got to accept in this life, there's always people that are going to doubt you. There's always people that are going to hate you. And there's always people that are going to hold you. They're going to try and pin you to that X of mistakes, of whatever it is, you know, and no one's perfect in this life. No one. I don't care who you are. Everybody out there is messed up. Everybody has fallen down. Everybody's had issues. And there will be people that'll try and pin you to that. There are haters. There are people that'll attack you. And a lot of that has to do with, 1, they're weak, and 2, they have low self-esteem. So they got to make themselves feel better by trying to hold you down. So really it comes down to your belief in yourself and your willingness to drive forward. True story. I tell people all the time, I don't care where you are in life. If you have grown ridiculously obese, if you have failed in a marriage, if you have failed in a job, if you have failed in your fitness, if you have failed in a relationship, I don't care what it is. There is a lie we will tell ourselves as human beings. And that lie is this: it's too late for me. I can't come back from this. I am living proof of this. This book, my first book, The Trident, that went on to be a New York Times bestseller, is built around one principle. That principle is you have a choice. You have a choice in this life how you're going to deal with adversity. And this brain bucket, this mind we carry around is the most dangerous thing. You are your own worst enemy because we will lie to ourselves. We will tell ourselves we can't do it. When I got in big trouble and when I got sent to Ranger School, I failed at Ranger School. And that's a whole nother story. You'll have to read about it in the book. The bottom line is I failed. It's the only thing I ever quit in my life. And when I had to go meet the Ranger Colonel, he put me on the phone with one of our most respected SEAL leaders. And he said, "Red, what are you doing?" And I said, sir, nobody's going to ever follow me again. I've made too many mistakes. I've messed up too much. And now, I've made this stupid mistake of, deciding to quit and just, I can't come back. I'll never be able to come back. And key words here, guys. I said, no one will ever follow me again. A lie. And this is what he said to me, the most profound leadership advice. It's the foundation of everything I teach in leadership. He said, Red, he said, people will follow you if you give them a reason to. He said, go back to that course, kick it in the ass, come back to the SEAL teams and give the guys a reason to follow you. And it was the epiphany moment I needed in my life to both stop the lies and stop the victim mindset. That's the other key thing real quickly I want to touch upon. There is a virus going on in this world. It is a pandemic. And I'm not talking about COVID, guys. I'm talking about the victim mindset. We have so many people that are buying into this idea they are a victim, that they are buying into this idea because you're a man, because you're a woman, because you're gay, because you're straight, because you're bi, because you're black or white or brown. It doesn't matter that you are a victim and that you'll never get ahead unless somebody else will help you. Here's the deal, guys. It comes back to you. And it is the choice that I'm going to drive forward. And people will follow you if you give them a reason to. And everything came upon that principle. And I got off the X and drove forward.
Jason, you're the man, brother. And Dave, how cool is this, the paradigm shift? Like, we bring on so many amazing guests. And Jason, thank you for getting vulnerable and dropping the nugget. And guys, for the audience that might not be familiar, go follow Jason and see what he has going on. And it's so true. I put out a quote actually this morning. It's never too late, but the longer you wait, the tougher it gets. But the bottom line is, no matter what we've been through, God willing, if you have another opportunity the next day, there's always an opportunity to redeem and to start afresh. Right, Dave?
Yeah, look, it's really simple. There's the why me culture right now. And it's really easy to have the why me victim mentality. Just switch it to try me. When the mistakes, failures, setbacks, and the pain comes into your life, which this man next to me has experienced, the best thing to say is I'm connected to and through the greatest source, something way bigger than me that knows everything, and that thing loves me more than I even love myself and others love me. Therefore, try me. Keep on bringing it on. Do not say why me. Simply change it to try me. It's amazing how the mindset, the heart set, and the handset will get you to where you want to be as a great leader. And remember, all great leaders like Jason and Craig and myself, we're really just intelligent followers. Intelligent followers are what people want to follow. So be more interested than interesting. Have that try me attitude like my man next to me. And I promise you, you will slowly but surely get to exactly where you want to be.
This was awesome. To be honest with you, I could do this all day. You guys are great. I look up to both of you. And Jason, thank you so much for stopping by and dropping the nuggets. Real quickly, leave the audience with one final gem and how everybody can support you, brother.
Yeah, guys, in this life, if you want to be an effective leader, if you want to be ready for these life ambushes, these moments of getting on the X, because make no mistake, they're coming for all of us. I don't care how perfect you live your life. Good things happen to bad people. I mean, bad things happen to good people. It's just part of being life. It's part of being human. And your overcome mindset is forged in the harder moments. But you got to be balanced. Got to be balanced. You need to put time into your physical leadership, your mental leadership, always challenging your beliefs. Don't be a sheep. Stand by your convictions. If you disagree with something and you believe in that, then say it and live it. Emotional leadership. How well do you manage your emotions? Social leadership. How do you build your rings of influence? And then the top one, of course, is spiritual leadership. I do all this in my book, The Point Man Planner. It is a daily planner on how you found balance in this life, because it is that balance, no different than a martial artist. A martial artist is balanced. It ebbs and flows with the energy of our opponent, with our opponent or against our opponent. We have to do the same thing with the things we get hit with in life, guys. So find that balance, believe in yourself. Somebody said it, I say this a lot, be a victor, not a victim. That means we're going to always drive forward off that X. That's what will make the difference in your life. You guys can find me on all the socials at Jason Redman WW. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, every Monday I put out the Monday Muster. I also put it here on, I put it on all the socials, but it's just relentless positivity on how we can drive forward and be better in our lives. You can find my website at jasonredman.com. So thank you guys for having me on and allowing me to share a little bit of, my experiences.
Jay, thank you so much for your service, brother, and thank you so much for your quality time and everything that you brought today. Big Dave, bring it home, land the plane.
Real simply, and Joel Osteen is one who talks about victory and not being a victim. But I want to say where you started there, thank you for your service. And that's really the nugget that I want to leave everyone. When you are of service, you are kind to your future self, and that your logic will never overcome the mistakes, failures, and setbacks that are experienced in life, but your actions will. And what Jason represents is, even it's I never heard the term nanometer, but even it's a nanometer, which seems to be really small to me, even if it's that nanometer, take action. That's what will change the way you feel and change the way others feel about you. I am blessed, as it says here, to be with Jason and Craig. Thank you for your time, everyone. You can reach me as well, all the socials, David Meltzer. Just Google me or email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys so much. Have an unbelievable weekend. And Jason, I'm excited to build a friendship.
Yeah, Craig, David, thank you guys so much. Let me know how I can help you guys. Everybody else, hey, have an amazing Saturday. Go crush it.
Go crush them.
The Paradigm Shift, episode 43 in the books, guys. Join us next week for the Paradigm Shift, episode 44. Doesn't get better than this. So many nuggets and wisdom and gems from Jason. He's on absolute fire. That's what we love to do, is just bring on guests from all walks of life who have experience and just have great stuff going on, guys. So bottom line, be a victor, not a victim. Newsflash and spoiler, we all got shit going on. We all have a story, but it's an attitude that makes the difference. Are you going to have a pity party, or are you going to make the choice to change your attitude, understand that life is happening for us, not to us, and make a choice to get going and be productive? And as Jason likes to say, and I don't want to land the plane with where we started, focus on relentless forward momentum each and every single day. Show up for yourself, honor yourself, and show up for the people that are looking up to you, because you are making a difference. Rachie, I love you so much. Kim is in the house. Alexandra, Jesse, Oleska, great job on the 5-mile run. Summer in Ukraine. Stacy, the Quantum Queen. Stacy, everybody go give Stacy a shout. She's on fire. Love you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Relentless forward momentum each and every day. Honor yourself. Honor the people that are looking up to you, guys. All right? I could do this all day. I'd stay here all day, but I'm going to shoot out to Long Island and see my family. I love you guys with all my heart. Do something today that sets up your tomorrow. As Big Dave said, play chess, not checkers. You have a strategy for your strategy. You're always thinking 10 moves ahead. All right, guys? There's always a move to be made, but there's also 10 moves down the line that you're thinking about. So get the creative juices going, and wake up every single day excited, enthusiastic about life. One thing that we learned in the last 24 hours is that life isn't guaranteed to everybody. So if you're so fortunate to wake up with breath and a beating heart, then take full advantage of that and make an impact and contribute to the world, because people are paying attention and people watching you. And you'll only ever see 10% of the impact that you're making. So don't forget that. Don't get dejected. Big Dave Santo in the house. Jim in the house. I love you guys so much. Let's get nuts today. And again, just to reiterate, relentless forward momentum each and every single day. What can you do today to better yourself, to better your life, and make an impact and contribute to this world? All right, guys. Simply put, I love you all with the bottom of my heart. If you're not already in the CLS texting community, text the number on the bottom of the screen. Text the word JUG, short for Juggernaut. Do it right now. And join the CLS membership. If you're not, the joke's on you. Love you guys. The brand new episode of the CLS Experience, record-breaking this week. Check that out as well. Just want to contribute, make an impact, and leave you guys feeling good to continue your weekend. Love you guys. Thank you, Jason and David, as always.